likely won't see this till Saturday. But it's Friday now. We got our fuel pump came in for the New Yorker. I was going to do some body work to Turtle today. I did talk to Speedway, and I told them about that a couple of the quarter turn screws I got from them were bad, and they're shipping me out a couple replacements. So we'll have that. Thank you, Speedway. I'm sorry sometimes parts just don't. You can't control every part that's ever made. Sometimes stuff's faulty. What we're going to do this evening is I am going to put together this 18 by 20 carport with walls and garage doors that I got from TEMU for, I don't know, $150 or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's, real heavy weight or stuff like that, but we want to get that. We're going to get it around Turtle so we can do some body work, and we're going to paint Turtle in a 2 new building. How about that? So anyways, we're going to get some time-elapsed action going on. We'll get this put together. I'll set it back a little bit together because this metal frame, even though it's not all the heaviest gauge, it's going to end up weighing just a little bit. So we're going to kick you back here a little bit. So that way we can get the whole view of the action, because this thing's 20 foot long. We'll get this thing comfortable. Get everything situated. I thank you guys for stopping by. And being this is going to be an assembly deal, you guys are going to get some. You're going to get some music from these artists, uninterrupted by me talking. So that's going to be good for you, and it's going to be good for them. Most of these guys have a Facebook page. Look them up. Google them. Tell them where you listen to them at, and tell them whether you like their song, whether they didn't like their song. This is doing these videos is just important for me to help them share their music, and of course my own music, because I like to perform for people, and this is kind of close. Anyways, I'm going to get you set up and get going, and let's have some fun. I don't know where we left off, but that was roughly a half hour, whatever you see. I figure I probably spent another 5 minutes. I had to stop it for a little while. These lavalier mics, they're awesome. One thing, lavalier, what you need to do is have a stronger magnet. You rub against anything, brush it against anything, bump anything, then it falls off. So that's where I'm at with that right now. I got this canopy out. Took a little while to get it unfolded. I did not look at the directions, but I'm figuring these fit over the end. And these rubbers, they catch the end. Use these guys, stick through the hole. I suppose this is going to be for the front side. Wrapping it like that. And it looks like we'll put a few more of them down through here. Yeah, this thing's pretty big. I'm happy with that. I think it bills between $150 and $200, something like that. Shipping included. You know, and this tarp. This tarp's probably replaceable. Probably isn't too expensive. This should last for a couple years. You know, but I get done here with what I'm doing, I'll probably take it down. Hey, let's get you guys in the fort. You guys can keep an eye out for that microphone. Yeah, for the money, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna wait till, yeah. Goes up like this. I'm gonna flip him up around. This thing even has walls on the side. Of course, they're just made out of the same stuff. This other side pulled up. So I know this video is a little bit different. I never said that I'm going to do any one particular thing. We're doing things that are interesting, right? And interesting things are going to include one thing cool. If you notice, this mic has a little blue light. So what I'm hoping is that after dark, I can come out here, and if this battery hasn't died, you know, we'll do that. Hey, and by the way, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, you know, if you have a social media page, share me. I'm stupid. Maybe people need stupid in their lives. I don't know whether I'll get any better, but we'll have fun. I'm going to keep on doing this because, well, I paid for the gimbal to do it with. I got a lot of cars. And it's helping me, and I kind of enjoy entertaining you, if you can believe that. But anyways, I'm going to get you another song by another fine original artist, and yeah, this will be another 10 minutes for me, another 3 minutes and 22 seconds for you.
Suffering is never ending. Sinking And after another 10 minutes, we have us a turtle house. I still got to put the walls, and it has garage doors for each end, but here's what we have. Yeah. They say this is 12 by 20. I go through here and, put these loops through the holes, get it attached a little bit more. But they should, it'll help keep the sun out of our eyes. And it'll give Turtle a little house while we do some body work. That way it'll keep out of direct sunlight, because I tell you, that putty stuff, fiberglass filler, fiberglass, heat, it makes it cure pretty fast. But you put it in direct sunlight, and it's hard to even get it off your board and onto the car before it's hardening. So anyways, guys, that is our episode of putting up a 12 by 20 TEMU carport. Sans, garage doors, and sides, which that's easy. That's just like, you just put, I'm sure they hook on just by those little white elastic things. And we got some ropes to tie it down, and fortunately we got some trees around here. We're going to tie that to the high winds. The winds, they beat up our Buick enough. We want to keep everything safe, and I want you guys to be safe. Tomorrow, I'm going to an auction, and in this auction, there's some car parts, and then there's some cars. We have 34, but maybe there's no end to the madness. We will see. Anyway, you guys have a good evening, and you guys, please, if you're still with me this far, I have some friends I'd like you to check out. They have some YouTube pages. Another one, the first one's from Southwest Ohio. They are Peace and Grease, P-I-E-C-E, and Grease, G-R-E-A-S-E. They do some trucks. They do some cool stuff. They went on the Power Tour with Dick Banjo this year. Also, I have some friends from Nova Scotia, Doug Brown. And check out Backyard Builds with Nate. Those guys just painted a super cool square body, and they each do content on their own. They do stuff together. Great couple of guys. Anyway, you guys, have a good night. Bonsai out.